Hello, this is a demo video for Project S.P.A.W.S. I'm just going to do a quick tour of all the components. We have the back of our solar panel. This is the solar charge controller that controls, well, charging of the solar battery down there. Front of the solar panel, front of the window. We have our two halves of our infrared obstruction detection system, which detects if anyone's hands or an object is in the path of the window closing. We have our external thermistor. We normally have our rain sensor, which is back there on the outside, but for demo purposes it's next to all the other stuff for now. And then we have all the main components down here. As mentioned earlier, this is the battery. We have our power supply unit, which turns the 12 volts from the battery to 5 volt and 3.3 volt rails, and also just passes through 12 volts for the stepper motor, which is also there. And then this middle large breadboard contains most of the other components. We have the user I/O buttons, the air quality sensor for the inside. We have a real-time clock module in the back. Under this bundle of cables we have a stepper motor controller, and that red button is the reset button, and we have a S.P.A.W.S soldered to our own custom breakout PCB for this project. And we have the screen also. We have a PCB en route to be delivered where all these components will go onto that, so that we don't have this huge bundle of mess of wires going on. We also have our emergency switch, which both puts the motor in manual mode where you can turn it with a handle, and it also is just for emergency stopping the window if you need to. And we have our two limit switches, which tell the motor when the window is open and closed. So right now, this is our menu where it shows the date, time, the air quality status, the rain status, both outside and inside temperature, and the desired temperature. Of course, both the inside and the outside temperature are identical because we're outside right now. And so the window is closed currently, but if we were to raise the desired temperature and warm up the inside, I'm warming it up by putting my hand on the sensor. It aims to cool down the inside. Then, if we lower the temperature and make the outside warmer by placing my hand also on this thermistor, it attempts to close the window, which our motor, because of our mechanical connection, occasionally makes the motor stall, or the motor mount I should say rather, so it occasionally just needs a little bit of kickstart. We're going to fix that by 3D printing a more proper mount in the next week or so. And so we can also show that when we have a napkin that has alcohol in it, that's one of the gases that our air quality sensor can detect. So if I put it on the air quality sensor, there we go. Kickstart. If we put it on the air quality sensor, it says the air quality is bad, and the window opens to try to let out whatever bad gas is inside. And then if we show the rain sensor, which for demonstration purposes I'm going to dunk in this water, we see the window closes to try to prevent the homeowners water from their furniture and belongings from getting flooded. And we can also see the rain sensor says it's now raining. Finally, the last component of our system is a 12 volt out, which works with anything that plugs into a car cigarette lighter. So if we plug that into a charger, we grab the wire, and then we plug it into one of our phones. You can see it's charging. And that concludes the demo of our Project S.P.A.W.S we're most likely going to do one more demo before final presentation with our much improved PCB. Oh, hold on, actually, we didn't show the emergency switch. Do that real quick. So, let's just force it open. Come on, buddy. There we go. Alright, the window opens, and we press the button, it stops. If we release the button, and it continues opening. And then, the last part of the demo is actually to show how the infrared sensor stops here. So as the window is closing, Non will place his hand in the path and it closes and it stops. And if it continues closing, Non put his hand in one more time, boom, it stops. So this makes it basically safe so that theoretically nothing can get in the way of the window as it's closing, and then it resumes normal behavior. So that actually concludes the Project S.P.A.W.S demo, our first one at least. And we will hopefully do another one with a final PCB and everything looking a little more neat. But thanks again.